Yo, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. We're going to do a non-member investment club today. We're going to give a freebie away today. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Let it go out real quick. Notifications. Let's see. How's everybody doing? I don't usually go live from this type of format, but am I even live? Maybe I should do it the regular way. Come on in. Maybe I should do it the regular way. Yo. All right. We're going to do a non-member investment club really quick, since a lot of people ask me what they would do or what I would do if I was just starting the box truck business. Where would I put my money? What up? I'm going to do this one really quick. I'm going to give you a freebie away of what I would do if I was just starting a trucking business, how I would invest my money just coming in the gate. So this is a freebie. We'll make it quick because I do got to do another live stream. How's everybody doing though? FTS, Weird But Not, Jay Stokes, Andrew Green. So all right, boom. If I was just starting my trucking business, and I was looking to invest some money, not knowing what I'm doing, just like I wouldn't know what I was doing if I was just starting my trucking business, just trying to figure my way through things, but understanding that some of the money that I'm making, I should be investing it for the future outside, like something like a solo 401k or a Roth, something like that for retirement. I would set up a brokerage account. All right. You can pick and choose what brokerage account you want to set up. I'm not going to tell you what one to set up or which one I would set up, knowing what I know, because then I would be promoting them and they're not paying me to promote them. Nor do I want to give you financial advice. I'm just telling you what I would do. If I was get started in trucking, was looking to invest some of my money, I would invest it into VOO. I would invest it to an S&P, something that uh, has the top 500 companies, and I would just invest a certain percentage of my earnings into that, and I would let that do what it's going to do because it's going to appreciate over time, and that's what would be my first investment. And then as I learn, about investing and how and different companies and learning how to research different companies, understanding how to listen to different earnings calls, looking at earnings reports, researching the companies to see what type of things they're working on for the future, which I can determine how much a company is going to grow or scale over a certain period of time to determine if it's worth me putting my money into that company. That's what I would do initially because that's like a fool's proof way of investing. All right, and then like I said, as you become more advanced, then you can start investing into different companies after you do your due diligence on those companies. That way, boom, if you're, let's say, making $750 a week, that's what you're taking home. And then let's say after you pay all your bills, your personal expenses and stuff, and let's say you got $250 left from that, you could take 10% of that 250 and invest. So that's $25. All right, you can throw $25 to in something like VOO, right? Right now, that's not going to get you a full share. It's going to get you a fractional share. That's VOO. It's about 400 something dollars a share right now. But over a period of time, you're going to gradually work your way up to a share. And then once you surpass a share, you're going to start working your way to 2 shares, The point is, you're putting the money somewhere, all right? You got a long time to go, right? You're gonna long time to go. And if you do this, if you set up a reoccurring buy, whether you set it up daily, weekly, twice a month, first and 15th, or monthly, that money is being withdrawn from your account, depending on how you got it set up automatically. So if you forget, it's withdrawing it on its own, and that money is going into that account, and it's growing over time. All right, that's not something that you're gonna. It's not a short-term play. Something you're gonna just put in today and take out next week, or take out next month, or take out next year. If you're gonna invest into something like that, that's a 10-year play minimum. All right, unless you come up on hard times, let's say 3 or 4 years in, and you got to dip in and take that money. All right, now when you dip in and you take that money, now it becomes a taxable event, and that's a whole nother story. That's something that we talk about on the member side. But I said I'm gonna give a freebie away, since a lot of people ask me, Mark, what should I do with my money? Now that I'm making money, I'm not a member. Can you give me some tips? That's what I would do. I wouldn't be out here trying to play with crypto. I wouldn't be out here trying to, chase different stocks, because you don't know what you're doing. You just starting a box truck business or a trucking business. You don't even know what you're doing there. All right, this is a safe bet. You know what I'm saying? Putting into something like the S&P and just letting it sit there and letting it grow over a period of time. I've been in business for 2 years, and I've been able to accumulate a decent bag. I want to park 10 G's somewhere for 5 to 6 years and see it grow. Any advice? I would put it right where I would put it. I would put in the S&P. All right, I would put it in the S&P. All right, that's where I would put it for 10 years and just let it sit there and let it grow over time. Yeah, so like I said, I wouldn't be trying to play crypto. I wouldn't be trying to play different stocks. I wouldn't be trying to play Tesla, Nvidia, jumping in and out of stuff like that, because, you know, as a new person that's getting into a new business as trucking, your main focus should be on that. I don't think you'll really have the time to focus on studying that industry and trying to study the investment industry as well. That's why I would park that money into the S&P. Those are the top companies, right? Those are companies that are going to perform. And guess what? If one company is not performing, you got 499 other companies that may be performing. Or you got 250 companies that may not be performing, and then you got the other 250 that may be performing. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's the top 500 companies, so you can't really go wrong. You can park your money there. 10 years, it's going to accumulate. You cannot go wrong. You can put your money into a company, let's say like Hertz, and then they could go bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? Or you can put your money into a company like, let's say, Shopify. A few years ago, it was trading at $1,000-something a share. Nobody really cares about Shopify anymore. You know what I'm saying? Trends change. So when trends change, if it's a business that's doing really well because a trend is doing really well, and then as soon as that trend or that narrative switches, that company is no longer popular anymore. So people aren't investing into that company like they were when that company, the trend that was centered around that particular company, let's say, was popular. Ain't nobody investing in it no more. You know what I'm saying? So Shopify stock isn't as much as it was during the time period where every single baby mama was trying to start a online boutique. When the single baby mamas was trying to start the online boutiques, and it was real popular. And remember when that that Black Friday, maybe it was like 2017, 2018, when that one girl made like $1 million that Black Friday. I think she had a Shopify store. Somebody famous retweeted it or tagged it or did something, and then all those orders started coming in. That kind of started that wave. So then a lot of people thought that they could set up an online boutique. And it's just like I always talk about, early adopters. When people come into something early, those are going to be the people that make the money, because they got on the trend early. All right, so what happened with the Shopify stuff? Once people got on that trend, that wave, and they heard about, women opening these online boutiques, and then they heard about the drop shipping. The thing is the places that they was getting the merchandise from, it was only like one or two places. One of them was Alibaba. So now you got a bunch of online boutiques that's all getting their same merchandise from Alibaba. They're getting from the same vendors. So now you got a overabundance of supply of online boutiques selling the same merchandise. Now the supply is heavy and everybody's selling the same thing. So now it gets played out and it becomes oversaturated. So that whole Shopify thing, that's dead. Like starting an online drop shipping business in 2024, I wouldn't even the whole Amazon business. The Amazon, what do they call it? The Amazon, when you can sell on Amazon, the Amazon seller or whatever. Man, the fees in that thing is just crazy. But everybody was trying to ride that wave. And you don't really see too many people trying to ride that wave no more. So different trends. One thing about Amazon is they got their hands in a lot of different things. You see what I'm saying? So they got their hands in healthcare, they got their hands in, logistics, drop shipping, they got their hands in technology, they got their hands in a lot of different things. So, buying an Amazon stock, saying you're gonna win, it's gonna continue to grow. That stock got so expensive they had to do a stock split back in 2020, 2021. That's eventually going to happen with NVIDIA too. The way NVIDIA is scaling, it's just going to become too expensive. They're going to have to do a split. But yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Right now, I can give you another free one. I'm dollar cost averaging daily into Rivian. Now that's a gamble. Rivian could fail, right? Rivian could fail. But I'm willing to take a chance, me personally. I'm not telling you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Rivian could fail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, why don't you just do Tesla? I've been there and done that with Tesla. I don't trust putting my money in Tesla because of Elon. Not because Elon is stupid. No, Elon is a genius, but Elon is very vocal. And when you have a very vocal CEO, you know, that is going to drive the stock one way or another. If he says something that's too controversial, people are going to pull their money. You could have Tesla could be, let's say, at $1,000 one day, and Elon could say something very controversial the following day, and you're going to have a multitude of people that are going to sell their Tesla stock because he's right and they're left, and they're going to take their money out. And I might have bought in at $800 thinking, okay, it's going to go to 2,000, and I bought in at 8, it gets to 1,000. He says something crazy, the stock tanks down to 300-400. I'm not paying attention that day. Now I'm at a $300-400 stock deficit because he said something that a lot of people disagree with. So that's why I don't personally invest into Tesla. It's because of Elon. I like Rivian. It's a newer company, and they have a lot of room to grow, and their stock is very, very affordable right now. Tesla stock was once affordable. You know what I'm saying? If you would have gotten into Tesla years and years and years ago at the price where, let's say, a company like Rivian is now, and you dollar cost average every single day, you'd be rich. If you would have gotten into Netflix back in the mid 2000s when it was $2, $2.50 a share, today you'd be rich. If you dollar cost average in $10 a day at an average rate of $2.50 a share, you pick up about 5 shares a day, 5 days a week, you'd have a lot of money now. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hey man, blessings. Just bought a used U-Haul truck, no EIN or MCDOT. You can't do nothing but gigs. You're not legal. You're not legal. But we ain't talking about box trucks right now though. We talking about investment. This is something people ask me to do, give you a freebie, so I'm giving you a freebie. But tune back in later. I may answer a few questions in about an hour. I'm doing another live stream in about an hour. I'm going in. I'm gonna go in. I got a rant about to Generation Z in about an hour. I'm gonna get some shit off my chest. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. Man. I feel like hurting some feelings, man. Damn, what's the name of that show I do on Friday nights? God damn it, I can't even think of the name of my own show. The call-in show. The one that I did Friday night, that shit, I done did some classic call-in shows, but uh, Friday, that was one for the books. Outside of the fact that I got bombed and I had to uh, uh, cut that part out where it got corn bombed. I can't say it, but take the C and put P. Somebody sat in the green room for about 45 minutes. And then when I finally got a chance to bring him up, he sat there just to corn bomb me. Goofy. Goofy. You see what I'm saying? So, just the people that I brought up the other night, man, if you go back and you look at it, um, it's just sad, man. And then you wonder why a lot of people fail. And then you blame it on influencers or you blame it on content creators. And yes, a lot of it has to do with influencers and content creators because they sent a lot of y'all off. Hit the like button, though. Hit the like button. They sent a lot of y'all off. Y'all failed for it, and y'all still falling for it. On top of falling for it, you not doing no research. You going out here getting your tax money. You taking your tax money straight to Enterprise and Ryder, and you giving it straight to them. You don't know when you're going to get a truck. You're doing things that I never heard of before as far as giving them the money. Like, I've never heard of wires with rental truck companies. You're giving them money. You have no idea when you're going to get the truck. I asked you how much money you expect to make out of trucking. You expect to make the same money that you're going to spend renting the truck for 12 months, which lets me know you've done no due diligence to even understand what your projected gross with running a box truck is gonna earn you. For me to ask a person, yo, how much you expect to make in a box truck, and a person tells me $60,000. That's telling me that they're also renting for $2,400 a month. And then you do the math. What you're renting the truck for is what you thinking you're gonna make, which lets me know you ain't did no research. And then people wonder why they fail. They wonder why they fail. They wonder why I hit the you goofy button, you tweaking button. I want to profit 30K a month. You want to profit 30K a month? In what? Your truck? You want to profit 30K a month? Are you trolling me or are you serious? Are you talking about a box truck or are you talking about investments? In a box truck, that's going to be highly unlikely. And these are facts. He mocking Buddy. Oh, okay. I was finna say, like, man, I've seen your name plenty of times. You done watch plenty of my live streams. Now, what happened between the last live streams and this one that you done tweaked out? Uh, yeah, he did say he was gonna make it work. How? The average box trucker is grossing a person that's really, really out here getting to it. Average about 20,000. So, like, how he think he's gonna profit and never did it. So, man, and it's just not him. It's just not him. It's a lot of these guys. It's a lot of these guys. A lot of them are younger. You got some that come older. You got some that are younger that look older. You dig what I'm saying? That one guy was younger, but he looked older. That guy looked older than me, and I'm 10 years older than him, but I look 10 years younger than him. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy out here. That dude was 34 going on 50. Yeah, he looked old. He just had a old soul and he just looked old. You know what I'm saying? That right there, once I went back and I rewatched it, I didn't catch it. I did not catch it. And I'm going to save it because I'm going to go in a little later. But I think, see, that was a tax money play. I didn't peep it. When I went back and looked at the replay, I said, that's a tax money play. He got his tax money and he ran that shit straight to Enterprise. You know why? Because people like that, when they get a hold of some money, if they don't go do something with it that they feel is purposeful, they know they're going to trick it off somewhere else. They know they're going to trick it off somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So uh, he ran that money straight over there, and he has no understanding of why he spent the money or what he's going to get from the money he spent or what he's going to do with the money or when he's going to get the. This shit is crazy. Yeah, so I'm trying something different with this whole long form YouTube thing, and this is what they want us to do now from time to time. And I noticed that they push this in the shorts, so it's going to be a lot of people coming in here trolling, a lot of bots when you do it this way versus how I do it long form horizontal format. Since I'm doing it from a third party and it's not pushed through the shorts, so moderators, when you see these goofballs coming in here, zap them, zap them, zap them quick, fast, in a hurry. No second chances. If they say something goofy that don't got nothing pertaining to what we talking about, if they don't look familiar, get them out of here. Like this quacking dude, get him out of here. Let me go ahead and just get him up out of here. Boom. I seen this on another person's channel that's been using this format lately. It's gonna get pushed through the shorts, and as people scrolling through different lives, you're gonna have the trolls come in here. Just whack them. Don't even let them get it off. Like Snoop Dogg. What Snoop Dogg got to do with what we talking about? We just gonna block you. We don't even want to see you no more. Get you up out of here. Yeah, I got Fidelity. I got Fidelity for my 401k. Yeah, I seen Angry Man been doing this too. Yeah, they changed it. So if you go live from your phone, right? They used to give you an option to do vertical or horizontal. They forcing everybody to go vertical now because it pushes it into the shorts because that's their most viewed content versus long form. More people look at the shorts, so now they can promote the lives in the shorts. And now people just flick through different short lives. It's like watching TV. So it's going to be people that aren't necessarily subscribers of mine that it's pushing it out to, and then that's going to bring trolls. But I'm just testing it out. I'm just testing it out. Like this Just Misty person who put the question mark. You see what I'm saying? We can tell like that's a troll. All right. So all right, let's get back to the topic so then I can let me get Leah up out of here talking about Snoop Dogg. We're going to hide. We ain't putting nobody on timeout. We straight blocking you. You come in here with straight goofy shit. Like Ryan Beechner, you're not famous. You know what we're gonna do with you, Ryan? We're just gonna block you. And you're not famous either. Yeah, so that's what I would do. I would jump into something like VOO, S&P. It's safe, and I would just park my money there until I got a chance to really understand investment, and then I can look into different companies, different assets, and then maybe flirt with crypto. Crypto is very volatile. I would suggest that a person who uh, got into investing, learn the stock market before you try to go play with crypto. All right. Crypto is a little bit more advanced. I would say because it's more volatile. All right. That's why I would say it's more advanced. Like you got to know when to get in, you got to know when to get out. You have to understand what crypto is. A lot of these cryptos, the companies behind them, the founders behind them, they're building these cryptos as pump and dumps. A lot of them don't have a use case, a utility. So you don't want to put all your money into something and lose all your money. You see what I'm saying? Horseman, what up, Mark? I'm still thinking about the future since my truck was stolen. Do I save the check from insurance and get a regular gig, or do I get into the cargo game? So I'm gonna answer your question because you're from the crib. If I were you, depending on how much the check was, um, if you don't have the capital to jump start right back up into the box truck and you still want to stay independent and you don't want to go out and get a job, I would get a cargo van. I would go out to T-Force out in Addison and get on with them, or I'd go over to Hillside over to Veterans Distribution, talk to Ed and get on with them and just run the cargo van until you can get your money back up to jump back into the box truck. business. Uh, you said Rivian ain't looking so good. Yeah, it ain't looking so good since I started buying them, but I just been dollar cost averaging down. It's still early. It's a long play. Rivian still got a long way to go. They only got 2 vehicles on the market. As they introduce more vehicles to the market, their stock price is going to go up. Jermaine said the meme coins are dumb. They're dumb, yes. Can you make a lot of money off them? Yes. Can you lose a lot of money off them? Yes. Those meme coins, you have to play them and understand that what you're investing in, and you got to get in and get out. If you double your money on a meme, get out. See, a lot of people thinking they're gonna get a prayer with some of these meme coins, and some of them do. Look at Dog with Hat. That came out and that went to $3 from less than a penny in the matter of a few months. But not every meme coin is going to be like that. Look at Book of Memes last weekend. It ran and then it didn't run. Look at Peppy. Look at Floki. Look at Shiba. I showed the Shiba chart from last bull cycle in 2021, and it went from 8 zeros to 4 zeros, 8 8. But when it really started climbing, it climbed to its all-time high in a matter of what, a day and a half. And then after it reaches all-time high, it tanked within a day. So, within a day, a lot of people got rich, and within that same 24, 48 hours, they got wrecked. You see what I'm saying? So now if you were into that coin early, let's say like Shiba, and you dollar cost averaged in daily, and you ran up a bag, couple 100 million shares when it was 8 zeros, when it was 7 zeros, as it worked its way down to 6. And then let's say you had 100 million, 200 million shares, when it was down to 6 zeros, right? When it hit 5 zeros, you made money. 4 zeros, you made money. And if you didn't have common enough sense to sell when you double, triple, quadruple, 5 times, 10 times your money, and then you ended up losing it, then that's on you. I'll keep it funky with you. I got almost 200 million shares of Shiba. I got a lot of money in profit in Shiba just from the run it did in February. Now I can sell, but I would deem myself a little bit more experienced, right? Because I've been through a few bull runs, and I also made a lot of money off Shiba last bull cycle 2021. I didn't. Shiba has not reached its all-time high yet, but it's very close to what its all-time high is. Do I think Shiba is going to surpass its all-time high of 0.00088? Yes, because already we seen 0.0004 last month, right? We're at 0.0002 now, so we're close to it. I think we're going to lose a zero. If the market really goes parabolic and we see a super cycle, we may get close to 2 zeros. All right. So I'm going to hold on because my average cost is very, 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 very low, right? In comparison to someone who may be getting in now. So it doesn't make sense for me to sell because I'm already up 5 figures on it, right? So I'm just gonna hold on to see what it does. But a person getting in, let's say later on this year, uh, once we get right now, you just got a lot of institutional money coming in. But when we get retail investors coming in heavily later on this year, once this bull cycle really gets, popularized and the trend starts to come, those are going to be the people that's going to get wrecked. But those are going to be also the people that push the price up. They're going to be buying in at the top, not realizing that they're buying in at the top, and they're going to get left holding the bag. Um, Levy says Rivian has a deal with Amazon. Yes, they do. Amazon has invested a lot of money into Rivian. That's another reason that I'm dollar cost averaging in on Rivian. Uh, uh, what do I think about Dogecoin? It's in the top 10. All right. So it is a meme coin, but there's a possibility that a use case is maybe being built behind it because Elon has been a big uh, fan of Doge. It's in the top 10, has a pretty big market cap. So it's going to run, during this bull run because people know the name. It's still inexpensive. It's popularized. and popular culture. So I feel like that's a safer meme to buy because it's been around since 2013, 2014. It's not going anywhere. It has a community behind it driving it, right? So you can invest in it 17 cent now today. It's definitely going to hit a dollar because it hit 71, 72 cent last bull run. It'll hit a dollar. Uh, I showed when I started investing into Doge 2019, 2020, I showed on a live stream how I was investing thousands and thousands before it was a penny. Um, my mistake that I made with Doge, and I had millions of Doge, was I didn't really understand crypto market. I didn't understand market cap. I didn't understand supply, circulating supply. So I would go on these forums back in 2019 and I was buying this token that was on Robinhood, right? Because I was still ignorant and I saw it was less than a penny. So, you know, 10 and $20 would take you a long way. $20 back then, you would get 50,000, 75,000 shares, right? But I was reading that would never get to a penny, right? So after I accumulated all these millions, and as I started learning about the cryptos, understanding about use case and things, I'm listening to people in the forums. So I started divesting from that, and I didn't divest fully. And if you go back and you look at that live stream I did a couple months ago where I showed my portfolio, my investment in Doge back then, I was dropping $1,000 here. I bought $1,000 a multitude of times, and every time I bought $1,000 worth of Doge, I was getting like 300, 400,000 shares. Obviously, you're not going to get that much now because the price is higher. But I say that to say this: it surpassed everything that the forums were saying it wasn't going to do. It'll never make it to a penny. It'll never make it to a dollar. That'll put it at a market cap of this much. A meme coin or a coin with no use case will never get to this much. And then one day Elon Musk mentioned it, and ever since that day, it's just continued to grow, continue to grow. Not only did it hit a penny, it almost hit a dollar. All right. So I think it's a good coin to invest in. It doesn't really have a use case, but it has a community. It's an OG coin. It's been around since 2012, 2013. It's in the top 10. So you can't really go wrong with it. I think it definitely will hit a dollar. Shiba. So I have a huge bag of Shiba. Not as much as I want. I would like 1 billion Shiba, and hopefully I get there. I don't think I'm gonna get to 1 billion before the bull run really goes parabolic. But to have 200 million shares of it is just a testament to dollar cost averaging. And when I say dollar cost averaging, I don't dollar cost average a lot. You know, I spend about $100 to $200 a day, dollar cost averaging into different investments between stock and crypto. But each individual investment that I dollar cost average into daily, $10, $15. So if you're dollar cost averaging into an investment during a bear market that may last 2 or 3 years, in crypto 7 days a week, because crypto is not like the stock market. Stock market is Monday through Friday. Crypto is Sunday through Sunday, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You're investing dollar cost averaging every day. You just set the amount or you set the amount of shares, and every day, like clockwork, it's going to automatically take it out your account. So when you do that for 2 or 3 years, you'll see how it accumulates. So then by the time that time a bull market comes around, you're going to look up, you got X amount of thousands of shares, or in this case, millions, 100 millions of shares, or billions of shares, depending on how much you've been dollar cost averaging in. So yeah, I'm heavily invested into Shiba. If Shiba actually did make it to a penny this bull run, I don't think it will. But if it did, with the amount of shares I had, that's about $2 million. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to make it to a penny. If it gets to a half a penny, that's still good with me. You know, I'll take the M. You know what I'm saying? If it gets there, you know what I'm saying? So 100 million shares now, it's going to cost you about $3,000. So to get about 100 million shares now is going to cost you about $3,000. Do I talk about XRP? I got a big bag of XRP. I've been holding on to XRP for years, for over 4 or 5 years. The reason XRP hasn't really ran is because of the case with the SEC. So the SEC case, I think, is helping to suppress XRP from really running. For it to be in the top five, huge market cap, banks behind it, institutions behind it. I think institutions are just a little stagnant with really dropping the bag at XRP because they're waiting to see how this case is going to go out. Obviously, they won the case last year as far as with the SEC. XRP is not a security, but you know you still got the appeal, and then the other thing, ongoing thing with the SEC and the actual company Ripple, not the cryptocurrency XRP, but the actual company Ripple. If this case is over with in May, hopefully they're saying about May this case will be over with. XRP is already, I mean, Ripple is already winning the case. So if Ripple wins this appeal, this case with the SEC, and it's announced in May, the day it's announced, you're gonna see it run. And when I say it's gonna run like you never seen nothing run ever before, because they just haven't had their chance. You know, 2020, 2021 was their big time to shine, but that's when SEC hit them with the case in November, December of 2020. So what platform can you buy XRP on? You can buy it on pretty much any platform. Coinbase, Uphold, pretty much any exchange. I don't really like crypto, so I was just ignorant. Most of the people I've seen talking about them just be talking about hodling or whatever. Mark just put me on game, so I retract my previous statement. Yeah, you can hodl. Hodl means holding on for dear life. And I think that's a bad way to go about things. Those people that hold on for dear life, those are the people that are still holding on to AMC and GameStop. You know, they followed that trend during the pandemic, and they still holding. You know what I'm saying? Because they invested into something that they didn't understand. You know, or they got greedy. Greedy pigs get led to the slaughter. You know, the whole GameStop thing. I remember when GameStop was damn near a penny stock. You know, and you know, during the pandemic, there was a community, Wall Street Bets, and they rallied around GameStop. A bunch of gamers rallied around it, and they pushed it up. They did a hell of a job, right? And then the SEC kind of got involved. Robinhood did the bogus shit that they did by halting it, and it just kind of messed up the momentum, and it hasn't been the same since. They weren't going to allow that many people that were sitting at home that were degenerates become multimillionaires, right? So they halted it. They pulled some sucker stuff. But you know, look how many people that had bought into it at $1, $2, $3, even $40 that had 10, 20 times their money. You know, a lot of people could have been got out, but they were hoping for this $1,000, and the powers that be just said, no, we ain't gonna let that happen. So holding on for dear life can wreck you. You know, if you're a business person, everything is for sale. I'm not holding on to nothing for dear life. You know what I'm saying? I held on to Book of Meme last week. I bought in at less than a penny. I bought in at half of a penny. It ran up to 2 cents. I bought a lot of shares of it. I made a lot of money off of it, right? And I didn't get greedy. I just wasn't paying attention Sunday. It's a meme. It can go up quick. It can go down quick. It was parabolic all Saturday. I had been kicking it. One of my homegirls' birthday was last weekend. So Friday we was kicking it. Saturday we was kicking, running around on Saturday. Saturday night was the party. So Sunday I was drunk. I didn't wake up in time. I was sleeping all the day. I was out of it. You see what I'm saying? And that was the day where it tanked. You know what I'm saying? I lost half of my initial investment. So not only did I lose all the profit, I lost all the profit plus half of my initial investment, right? But since I bought in so early, my initial investment was $2,000. I lost $1,000. But I made a lot more money than that $2,000. But I lost it not paying attention to it because memes are very volatile. Crypto is very volatile. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have been paying attention, I would have sold when it got to 2.5 cents. That's where I should have sold from, because I bought it at half a penny. When it got to 2.5 cents, I should have sold. You know, but there's a lot of people that hold on. Like there's a lot of people thinking that Shiba is going to get to $1. Shiba will never get to $1. Shiba getting to $1 is going to put it at a market cap that's worth more than Apple and Amazon combined. That'll never happen. You see what I'm saying? But common sense has to come into play. There's no way that Shiba will go to $1. Not this year. Maybe 20, 30 years from now, but there's no way Shiba is going to surpass Bitcoin, Apple combined. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So you got to have common sense, but that goes to people not understanding market capitalization, not understanding circulating supply. Now, is it a possibility it could get to that? The only way it's going to get to that this year, they got to burn millions and millions and billions of them. They got to lower the circulating supply. They have to lower the supply. Why do you think, I'm finna give y'all some gems and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta prepare for the show. Why do you think Bitcoin has a halving? Why do you think they have a halving? They cut the supply in half, the daily supply in half. So right now it's 900. 900 can get mined a day. When the halving comes next month, now it's gonna go down to 450 can get mined a day. And in 4 years, when that halving comes down, that 450 supply that can get mined a day is gonna get cut in half. All right, this is what lowering the supply is what increases the demand, which is going to continue to drive the price up every time we have a bull run. This is why it's the granddaddy of them all. You constantly lower the supply to increase the demand. It makes it more valuable. There's too many Shibas. So, let me get him up out of here. We're gonna block him. What's your thoughts on Solana? Holding, I started telling people to get into Solana last year when it was less than $20. It's roughly about $200 now. Solana is projected to go from anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. It's a layer one. They have a dope ecosystem. A lot of people are converting over from Ethereum. We got over 100 people in here. We got 20 likes. We got over 100 people in here. We got 20 likes. Hit the like button. A lot of people are converting over from Ethereum to Solana because, one, anybody that knows anything about crypto knows Ethereum's gas fees are high as all outdoors, right? It's clunky. Solana is quick and it's cheap. I moved a bunch of Solana from one wallet last week to another wallet to get Book of Meme, right? Because Book of Meme is built on the Solana ecosystem. And it was quick. That money moved from one wallet to the other wallet within minutes, and it didn't cost me a lot. To move $2,000 from one wallet to another wallet in Ethereum might have cost me, depending on what time of day, $200 or $300, right? So a lot of people are starting to build on Solana versus Ethereum because it's clunky, it's slower, and it's costly. Solana isn't that costly, it's not that slow. A lot of these new memes that you see that are turning people into millionaires overnight are being built on Solana. All right, so me personally, I recently, as of yesterday, I had my bag of Solana built out, but as of yesterday, I started dollar cost averaging back in because I want to make sure I can sell a bit back, and I'm going to hold on to some and continue the dollar cost average during the bear market for the next bull cycle. I do think if Ethereum doesn't figure some shit out, you know what I'm saying, Solana will eventually pass them up. All right, Ethereum is roughly about $4,000 right now. I watched Solana go from 50 cents to $266 last bull cycle. I watched it go from nothing to $266. All right, we had about $200 now. When I started telling people to look into Solana back in October, it was $20. And it's $200 now. And we just really getting started. You heard what Lou Jackson said the other day. He said, man, I was looking at a lot of that stuff that you was talking about, and I didn't move on it, and you was talking about it, and I'm following it, and I'm just looking at go up and go up and go up and go up. If I would have got into it when you said, I would have $100,000-$200,000 right now. I'm doing the math. All right. So Solana is an ecosystem. It's a layer one. A lot of other cryptos that you see and that you know about have to get built on an ecosystem. Solana is an ecosystem. All right. And Solana is probably the most popular ecosystem out right now because it's cheap and it's fast. So Solana is a good, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor. So I can't tell you what to do, but I got a nice bag of Solana. And as of yesterday, I said, you know what, $200 is not when I started buying in at $18, $20. It's going to raise my average cost up, but I'm cool with that. You see what I'm saying? So I started dollar cost averaging back in yesterday, and I'm staking all my Solana. I'm staking my Solana. So I'm getting free Solana by staking it. If you don't know what staking is, look it up. It's basically like I'm loaning my Solana back to the ecosystem, right, for whatever they do with it. And as you know, because I'm doing that, it's like putting my money in the bank. They giving me interest. They giving me interest. So every 5 days, I get interest on my Solana in the form of more Solana. All right, the more Solana you have, depending on how much interest, depending on the platform you have. Like if you're staking it on, let's say, like something like Atomic, Atomic is giving you 7% for your Solana. If you're staking it, let's say, on an exchange like Coinbase, I think giving 2.8%, right? So that's free money, right? I stake my Cardano, I stake it. So 100% of my Cardano is staked, 100% of my Solana is staked. So every 5 days, I get free money. Man, I should have said that for the members only, man. I'm giving too much free sauce on this. On this, do you pay taxes on staking? No. So the money is see. Here's how you pay taxes in investment: when you withdraw. As long as that money is on the exchange or in a wallet, it's not a taxable event. Once you send that money to your bank account, it becomes a taxable event. All right. So I got the information on that in the members only on taxes and when you pay taxes, when you don't pay taxes. So that's in the members only. I'm not going to get that information away here. Is XRP and Cardano layer one? Yep. Cardano is a layer one. There's things built on its ecosystem, NFTs, exchanges, things of that nature. So is XRP. All right, shout out to you, Sirius. Let me see. You said you got in when it was 90. What, Solana? That's not bad. That's not bad. Listen, it's at 200 now. So if your average cost is 90, you've doubled your money. You doubled your money. All right. All-time high is 266, which it hit last bull cycle 2021. I think we're going to see somewhere from $600 to $1,000. All right. I think we're going to see a super cycle, so we're going to at least see 1,000. Some people are saying we could see up to $4,000 Solana. If it goes parabolic the way it did last bull cycle, it's a possibility. You see a lot of new people building on Solana. The people's first choice now to build on is Solana, is not Ethereum. All right, so we're about 25, 30% through this bull cycle, so we still got a long way to go. There's still going to be a lot of coins coming out. There's still a lot of coins that are being developed right now. So there's still a lot of opportunity to make money. But yeah, I think Solana is definitely going to hit 1,000. So a $90 average cost is pretty good. Now, depending on how many shares you guys are going to determine how much money you're going to make and when you decide to exit the market. So that all depends on, you. Shout out to No Way Jose for becoming a member. When BTC does its halving, does other cryptos do the same like ETH? No. No, they don't. waiting on 0.001 for Shiba. Listen, if Shiba gets to 0.001 this bull cycle, I'll buy somebody a cargo van. I'll help somebody get their cargo van business started. I'll do that. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I don't think we're gonna see that. I don't think we're gonna see that this bull cycle. It would be nice. So, I'm a man of my word. So if we see a 0.001 Shiba, I'll buy somebody a cargo van to help their business, help start their cargo. It's got to be a person who's looking to get into business. I'll buy them a brand. Well, I ain't gonna say brand new. A slightly used cargo van, right? All right, let me get rid of this person. We just gonna get rid of them all together. Let me see. All right. I'm not gonna disappear. I mean, in the members only, I talk about the things I'm investing in. I tell you, so a person who's paying attention can pretty much know how many shares I got, and if they nosy, they're gonna start doing the math. I ain't gonna disappear. I'm gonna buy somebody a van. I mean, I could buy somebody a van now, but I'm not gonna do it now. If Shiba hits a half a penny, that'll be my give back to the community. Because I'm just gonna do nothing but write it off. So I'm gonna write it off. So I ain't gonna do nothing but write it off. I'm gonna write it off. Y'all gotta get y'all a good CPA, man, so y'all can know how to, utilize all these tax codes, man. Y'all, man, somebody told me how much money they pay. I was listening to a box truck content creator. I ain't gonna say who they was. Last year around tax time, they was bragging about how much money they spent on taxes. And I'm like, and then there was another box truck content creator that was bigger up in them about how much money they spent. To me, I'm looking at them like they goofy. Like you're bragging about spending that type of money in taxes. That means you don't know what you're doing. That means you don't know what you're doing. That means either you don't know what you're doing, or you ain't got a good CPA, or you ain't got a CPA at all. If you running box trucks, more than one box truck, and you ain't got enough write-offs, or you ain't got somebody that know how to write certain things off, you ain't doing, and you're bragging on spending X amount of dollars, to me, that's goofy. Especially with you still within your first 3 years of business. That's why I'll be like, man, that's why so many people get taken on that roller coaster, because y'all be listening to people that just started in business they self. They ain't lied to you. They haven't lied to you. They told you when they started. They showed you their journey. And you go listen to somebody that started 6 months or a year before you. And then it shit sound good to you. Oh, yeah, I paid $50,000 in taxes. Well, then you's goofy. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. That means you weren't paying yourself, or you weren't paying yourself handsomely enough. If you got X amount of dollars left in the kitty, or you're projecting X amount of dollars in the kitty, here's the thing. You got a business. Why do you think, and see, this is getting into trucking, so I'm finna get out of here. See, man, I be wanting to give y'all just information, but I just feel like a lot of people don't take heed to the information because y'all listen to this dumb shit that y'all hear. Why do y'all think a lot of big corporate businesses in December start spending a lot of money? Can somebody answer that for me? Why do you see most big corporate businesses before the end of the fourth quarter, primarily in December, they just start spending a lot of money? Exactly. They look, see how much they got on the books, and they say, you know what? We rather spend this money and write it off than give it to the government. Forget it. Buy new chairs for every single person in office. Listen, one of the last contracts I ran before I retired, I think I told this story maybe a year ago. I'll tell it again because I got a lot of new subscribers. There was a company that called me in 2021 or 2022, end of the year, whatever. I think it was 2021. They called, they said, hey, we found your company online. We bought, I think it was 100 and some chairs, right? We bought 100 of these chairs for every desk in the office. Here's a link to the chairs. We want to have them shipped to you. We need you to store them for a month. We need you to assemble them at your site and deliver them because we don't want all that cardboard and styrofoam and shit everywhere. And we don't want to see you guys here assembling this shit. We're a corporate company. We want you to take half of the chairs to our downtown Chicago office. We want you to take the other half of the chairs out to our suburban office. Here's a link of the chairs. Can you take a look at the chairs? I looked at the chairs. These chairs were $1,000 and something a piece. So over $100,000 worth of office chairs. Just looking to spend money. This was in December. We rather spend the money on shit we need or shit we don't need rather than give it to the government. We're going to give them something, but we ain't going to give them as much as we want to give them. We're going to give them enough so that they stay off of our ass. So when I hear a small business owner, and I didn't say shit last year, hit the like button. See, I'm giving y'all too much sauce, man. I be giving y'all sauce, man. Y'all don't even hit the like button. That's what's crazy to me. Brag about spending half $50,000 or whatever that shit was, and then see other people big them up like that shit is the greatest thing in the world. To me, a person who knows better, I'm looking like, man, these is a bunch of retards. Yeah, couple trucks. I don't care how much money you make. A person try to make it like they made so much. Okay, so if I spent this money in taxes, imagine how much I made. That's fine and dandy, but you shouldn't be spending that much in taxes. Don't you think you can invest your profits like that as it be connected to your business? Your business can invest. You can invest personally. Your business can have an investment portfolio. You personally can have an investment portfolio. Businesses invest into businesses all the time. Businesses invest into businesses all the time. So you absolutely 100% business can invest into other companies. Your business, whatever your company is, so and so trucking LLC can have an investment portfolio where you can invest into public trucking companies. You can run for RXO. And since you run it for RXO, you might want to say, you know what? Since we're contracted to RXO, I'm going to buy a piece of RXO. I'm going to buy stock in RXO. I'm going to buy stock in JB Hunt. I'm going to buy stock in Schneider. I'm going to buy stock in XPO. Companies invest into companies all the time. Microsoft made a big investment into OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT and Sora. Somebody mentioned it earlier. Amazon invests into a multitude of new startup companies. One that everybody knows is Rivian. Those electric vans that you deliver your Amazon packages, those are Rivian. Those vans aren't, the general public isn't able to purchase those vans yet. I'm pretty sure they'll, eventually put them on a production line for, retail for the public to buy, right? Those commercial vans. But Amazon has dumped billions of dollars into Rivian. So they have a big stake in the company. You can do the same thing as far as paper assets, investing into different company stocks. Yeah. It's just your company is going to hold the portfolio. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to block you because you're ignorant, all right? See, I don't like this short live stream format, so you guys might not see me do this shit ever again. I've been seeing some of your favorite people use it because it's been helping them get subscribers and shit. They've been using this format because they notice that it helps them get subscribers, but I don't like it because YouTube pushes it in the shorts, and you get a bunch of people who don't necessarily follow you, and then they troll. You know, you got people that just troll, and I'm a educational channel, and I just really don't have time for it. I don't have time for these kids. These kids are broke. Broke, still living at home with their mammy. I don't have time for it. Don't think you can invest your profits like that. It has to be connected to your business. I think I just answered that. Well, here's the thing. I got subscribers. I'm not really looking to be popular. You know what I'm saying? I know what to do to really be popular on YouTube, and I just don't do it. You know, I did a live stream, a couple live streams of talking about Trump. We're really, really big. Most views, most live viewers, and I haven't revisited to that because there's no reason to revisit it right now. For me to revisit that, I'm looking for people. There's nothing in the news centered around trucking that I would need to talk about Donald Trump. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I want to go viral and get a lot of subscribers and shit like that, I know how to. I could talk about Tiffany Henyard. I'm here in Chicago. Every single content creator that's not from Chicago has been milking this Tiffany Henyard thing. I can literally go every Monday to Dalton and sit in the town hall meeting every Monday and do a live stream and give my critique on Tiffany Henyard. And I've not mentioned that lady or did a video about her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on here to like a lot of those guys that do that shit, that chase different narratives and do that, you know, content on whatever's popping. Those are like real full-time like YouTuber guys where they get they have to, you know, they're looking for that check. So they looking to do anything to boost those numbers up so they can get a big YouTube check so they can pay their bills. I'm not looking to do that. I don't want to be that big, and I don't need YouTube to pay my bills. So Tiffany here is a complete disgrace, brother. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be the one to jump on that bandwagon of trashing her either. You see what I'm saying? But it would be easier for me to do it because I can drive out there and do it better than what these content creators that are not here in Chicago are doing. They're doing it via news articles and shit like that. I can literally just go to the meeting. It's right 20 minutes away from here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to do it. But the trolls, when I'm talking about the trolls, I don't care about the trolls. People who follow me, you know what we do to trolls. We drop the link and we invite them up. They know they ain't gonna come up no way. You know what I'm saying? But when you're doing educational content that people need to better themselves and better their business, it's serious. And distractions like that kind of get in the way. You know what I'm saying? If this was more entertainment based, you know what I'm saying, which we do entertainment, we'll drop the link, we'll invite some people up. They never come, you know what I'm saying? But if one does happen to come, you know we'll get on them. You know what I'm saying? You know we could talk that shit and get on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the crib, so all we do is talk shit and swallow spit. You know, a lot of these guys that sit in their basement, that scroll the internet and troll, these are what you call middle Americans. I call them middle America. These are people that, you know, live in middle America somewhere, and, you know, they haven't gotten out. They want to fit in, right? And this is their only way of fitting in. If you put these guys in a situation in a big city like New York, Chicago, LA, they would be frightened. You see what I'm saying? They would be frightened. So what they do is they get on the internet, they scroll and they flip and they flick, and then they find a channel and then they troll, because this is how they have their fun and they can be bravado. But these are the same guys with the big bifocals on, you know, that can't really see, and they're nerds. They're scared of their own shadow. They probably never seen a black person up close and personal before, and if they did see one, they probably be scared for dear life. They probably never. The guys probably have never got any coochie before. They don't know what it's like to be, in the presence of a beautiful woman. They're broke. They sleep on a twin size mattress with no sheets, no pillowcases, none of that shit. You dig what I'm saying? They're just miserable. They're just miserable. You see what I'm saying? They're just pieces of shit. Anybody that sits around and goes on the internet looking to troll someone, you're just a piece of shit. You have nothing else better to do. We talking about getting to a bag. Listen, if you had common enough sense, you would sit here, shut your troll ass up, be quiet, and learn you something so you don't have to be a loser. Because right now you're a loser. If you sit and you learn you something, you can get you some money, and then you don't have to be a loser no more. That girl that you wish you had, you can go get her now. You can go get you some fly clothes. You don't have to wear that dumb shit that you putting on. See this guy right here? We just gonna block him. See, I don't like this format. I don't like this format. See, I got chicks texting me right now. And you're wishing that a chick would look at you. You come in here typing Iran 4 and 5 times. Like, for what? Okay, Iran. Y'all don't like this format, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna see me on this short version, whatever this is. This is goofy to me. I'm going to the regular way. All right, so boom. All right, so that was my freebie. All right, look at this goofball. How you drop the link? You can't even drop the link on. I was gonna drop the link for this goofy. I was gonna drop the link for this goofy to give y'all a good laugh, but we just gonna block them. They won't let me do it. You said me either. Plus, I can't minimize screen or multitasking the format. Don't be mad. It's Sunday. I'm not mad. Listen, I wanted to drop the link so I can see if he was gonna come up here so I could roast his goofy ass. Middle Americans, they don't know how to roast. You see what I'm saying? They don't know how to roast. So they didn't have to see. One thing about growing up inner city, poverty and shit, you got to know how to talk about people. Because when you get on that school bus and you go to lunchroom and shit, people gonna talk about you. You got to know how to talk about people back. That's why that shit's so easy. You see what I'm saying? You say something to one of these clowns, they gonna start crying. You know how you can tell when a person grew up like entitled and privileged? You could say the simplest thing to them and they face turn red and they just start tearing up and shit. They just start crying and shit. That's how you could tell a person grew up real privileged and entitled, and they just not used to any type of controversy whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So, they come in, but I seen this happen on another a few of the since YouTube is forcing this, like everybody that I see that uses this format now, by them putting it and forcing it and pushing it into shorts, and people just scroll from short to short is being pushed, so now that opens you up to a lot more random people